racing. And they've jumped away in a pretty good line, and one of the best away here, Archangel. Pink from the gate today from Emotional Success and Nullabelle. Moving up as Our Missouri third, Nullabelle fourth, Western Dove the inside, further back then Pattern of Bells. Then Lady Cardigan out deep, Lorenza, and further back in the race is Blackbeard back second last with Tycoon Pet. Archangel on the fence in front from Emotional Success, and Our Missouri 3 out, 2 lengths further back in the race is Nullabelle on the outside of Western Dove and Pattern of Bells 3 deep. 4 wide is Lorenza, a length further back, Blackbeard from Lady Cardigan and Tycoon Pet. 600 out, Archangel on the inside, about a half in front, and travelling okay from Emotional Success. And next into Our Missouri is being working at the moment, and Archangel out in front, lengthened at the 400 metre mark, and she shot 2 in front of Emotional Success. 3 lengths further back, Western Dove and Nullabelle. Our Missouri dropped out from Blackbeard, and further back then Pattern of Bells, but Archangel jumped straight to the front today, and she straightened 3 in front of Emotional Success. Nullabelle and further back Western Dove, but Archangel is going to canter home here for Williams, out 3 in front of Emotional Success, and at the line Archangel wins 2.5 to 3. Second Emotional Success, 1.5 Western Dove third, then Nullabelle, Pattern of Bells, Lady Cardigan, Blackbeard. Further back in the race then came Tycoon Pet with Lorenza, and Our Missouri worked wide most of the way last of all.
One Archangel, 5.40, 1.90 for Emotional Success, $2. 2 Western Dove, 1.70.
One Archangel, $5.30 and $2 even for Emotional Success to return $1.70, and 2 Western Dove, $1.70.
Number 4, second Emotional Success, and third 2 Western Dove, 1.42. 1.42.
And correct weight, the Gold Coast on race 5. The number's 4, 5, 10.
Okay, National Racing Service, 1.42.
Stalls fly back, they're racing. Dangerous just seemed to come out a little awkwardly from the inside. It didn't lose much ground, and Adam just shows the way from Perfect Paradise. Sunliner's wider out, then Dangerous. 2 lengths Arcadian, Northern Drake. Shogun Lodge is second last, and Final Fantasy's last. Adam is the leader, and they're not loafing early and heading along towards the 1200 marker. Adam shows out a half Sunline in close attendance. Dangerous third on the inside of Perfect Paradise. Arcady next from Northern Drake. 2 to Shogun Lodge, and 3/4 Final Fantasy. They swing the first corner, going towards the 900 marker, and Adam shows out 3/4 of a length on the Hot Pot Sunline. Dangerous is travelling third, Perfect Paradise, 4th and 5th Arcady, and then Northern Drake, about a length and 3/4 further away, Shogun Lodge, and at his girth on the outside, Final Fantasy. This is the order. The 8 of them are running along in pairs towards the 700, and Adam leads out 3/4 of a length on Sunline. 2 to Perfect Paradise and Dangerous abreast, as are Northern Drake and Arcady, and the last couple of Shogun Lodge in the rank outside of Final Fantasy. 600 to go, and the 2 is George Main just under that now as they round the corner. Adam shows the way, only a half length on the great mare from New Zealand, Sunline, and she cantered up to Adam and put paid to him. 2 lengths to Northern Drake, followed by Perfect Paradise and Dangerous, and a break of a length to Shogun Lodge. They race down to the 200, Sunline, a half length on Adam, and here's Shogun Lodge. Shogun Lodge is out after Sunline. It's Shogun Lodge bridging the gap on Sunline. The 3-year-old Shogun Lodge hits the front, and away he goes. Shogun Lodge, and another big one for Shane Dye. Shogun Lodge beat Sunline and Adam, and he beat them, the 3-year-old, fair and square. Then came Arcadian Eyecatcher from Dangerous, Perfect Paradise, Northern Drake, and Final Fantasy was last.
Number 6, Shogun Lodge, 5.20, 1.50. 5 Sunline to return $1.10. 1 Adam, $1.60. And the daily double approximates for Sydney, combination there, 8 and 6, should return a dividend of $14.50.
Shogun Lodge in the 2's George Main, and Shogun Lodge, number 6, has paid $5.20 and $1.60. Number 5, Sunline, $1.10. And number 1, Adam, paid $1.70. $3.50 Quinella, $11.60 Exacta, and the trifecta's paid $31.70. And the winner, trained by Bobby Thompson, who's always held a very, very high opinion of his 3-year-old, is really starting to hit his straps now as the races become longer. And what great form again has come out of the Newcastle Spring Stakes from last Thursday week, won by Shogun Lodge, beating Perfect Paradise, although Perfect Paradise was beaten there, but Angling, who ran third one earlier. And this fella is by Grand Lodge from Pride of Tani. What a great producer, Pride of Tani. And this fella's a 3-year-old chestnut gelding trained by Bobby Thompson for BT Aquilina, Mrs. December. Bob
Starter holds them. Now the light's on and they've jumped in the cup. And Wingfoot away quickly. Flying Voodoo away okay. Shattered Circle easing back. Odysseus has begun quickly. So has Rasher. Old Scrupulous coming across from out wide. Brings more. She's Our Blaze across with them. In between horses, Comrade Park and Ballata further back. Going past Ballata out wide was Exalted Miss. Further back near the inside, Daybreak Treat. And with those wider out, Dud Check. Further back to Do It Right. And Rules Galore, one of the last as they saunter down to the post with just over a circuit to go. About to come to the line with more than a lap to travel now, and out wide Exalted Miss goes to the front from Wingfoot. Dud Check strides up to be third. Fourth is She's Our Blaze. Done a good job to be positioned where she is from a wide alley. They were followed on the outside by Comrade Park. Back on the inside, Flying Voodoo. A half 3/4, then Scrupulous. 1.5 further back, then came on the outside Shattered Circle Odysseus, tossing the head about there, working against the young rider. He's on the inside from Ballata. Daybreak Treat is fourth last. Third last is Rasher. And the last pair, Do It Right, racing on the outside of Rules Galore. They go to the 1400 and about to square up in the far side, and Wingfoot put a bit of speed into it and went to the front again. Exalted Miss back to equal second inside of Dud Check. 2 lengths away, She's Our Blaze, enjoying a lovely run. Shattered Circle the outside of the mare. 1.5 to Comrade Park at the 1200, followed then by Flying Voodoo centre field. Scrupulous just behind her on the outside. Back on the inside next was Odysseus from Ballata wide. Further back, Daybreak Treat, Rasher, and the last pair are still Rules Galore on the inside, and Do It Right shading a second last. Along the far straight they go, and the lightly weighted Wingfoot trying to put a break on them. Got 2.5 to Dud Check still there. Third placing now Exalted Miss, pumped up. She's Our Blaze to fourth. Ahead of Shattered Circle, Comrade Park. Do It Right's gone a miss coming down the hill and has had to be pulled up, unfortunately. Wingfoot the leader coming towards the 600 metre mark. 2 in front now. Dud Check the second, looking a bit of a chance. 2.5 away. She's Our Blaze sticks on. Then came Exalted Miss, followed further back by Comrade Park, and they were followed further back in the field by Scrupulous. The old timers putting in a finish, and further back then to Daybreak Treat, but Wingfoot led them clearly for home. Dud Check in second placing is whacking away and still running on. She's Our Blaze, Comrade Park, and further back Odysseus and Scrupulous down the outsiders putting in a bit of a finish. 200 to go. Wingfoot on the inside is Flat Trap. Scrupulous, the old timer, he's rounded them up quickly. Rules Galore from further back in the field, but Scrupulous, a former Adelaide Cup winner, he's found form with a vengeance today, the old bloke. Scrupulous a length and a quarter. Rules Galore second. Dud Check third. Wingfoot felt it down the straight. She's Our Blaze was there with Ballata. Then Odysseus, Comrade Park, Daybreak Treat. Further back in the field there with those came Flying Voodoo, Shattered Circle, and the last two in were Rasher, Exalted Miss, and unfortunately going a miss coming down the hill, Do It Right, and he's very sore behind. The sixth, the Murray Bridge Sunsmart Gold Cup. Scrupulous. Scrupulous, an 8-year-old by Scruples from Najur. Richard Jolly for Jim Smith. Had a group of owners have finished too powerfully. Rules Galore number 6 getting second. Dud Check battling away third. She's Our Blaze and others were not that far away, but Scrupulous, he just joined in at the top of the straight like he was a horse of younger years. Dud Check will...
The stalls are back and they're racing this time with our Savart and Triplo out wide beginning well. They've begun in a line here, and Omni Walk away fast settling down. Well, they're going through now Rocky Glen over on the inside with Magic Brochure at the winning post, and it's Rocky Glen from Triplo. Magic Brochure just behind those, and our Savart is caught out deep out of the straight. Then further back the Warrior, followed by Omni Walk. Back behind them Solid Cedar. Over on the inside Nazaro, Tudor Brew, and last of all Green Raider. Going down by the 1550 metre mark, and the leader Rocky Glen, 3/4 of a length in front now. From moving up second is our Savart. Triplo a length away third, a length further back the Warrior fourth, and then Magic Brochure on the outside of Nazaro. A length further back then came Omni Walk out 3 deep. Then Solid Cedar, followed by Green Raider, and last of all in the race to the back is Brew. At the 1200 the pace pretty good. Rocky Glen on top, 3/4 to a length in front now from our Savart. 3 to Triplo, a half further back the Warrior fourth. Then Omni Walk around Magic Brochure. A length further back Nazaro, one further back, Solid Cedar, followed by Green Raider and Brew last of all. 9.50 out. The pace has been pretty good. Up in front, set by Rocky Glen. 3/4 to our Savat. 3 lengths trip lower, half the inside. Fourth is the Warrior. One further back, Magic Brochure, and posted 3 deep as Omni Walk. A half then Nazaro, further back Solid Cedar. Then came Brew about to peel out, but very deep, and back in the middle is Green Raider. Coming down to the 650 metre mark now, and our Savat up to Rocky Glen. 2 lengths further back, Triplo from Omni Walk and the Warrior. Magic Brochure just carried back a little. Solid Cedar around the outside. Nazaro has bailed up on the fence as Brew is taking off around them with Green Raider there, jammed right up about 4 lengths covering them. Our Savat in front, but under pressure, tackled by Triplo, and further out is Omni Walk, and here's Brew putting in a run. The Warrior trying to get out, and further back Nazaro and Magic Brochure dropped out. Omni Walk hit the lead, but Brew comes at him very quickly, turning for home, and Brew's raced quickly to Omni Walk, 2 to the Warrior, and then Green Raider with a late run, but Brew hit the front with 150 to go. Drew a length and a half, Omni Walk, the Warrior, and out wider Green Raider and Nazaro, but Brew has 2 good wins, a length and a half from the run home. Great go for second. Nazaro may have poked through to just gain it from the Warrior, and close up was Green Raider and Omni Walk the rail. A gap in the race further back then came Solid Cedar. Triple A didn't carry on, followed by our Savat, Rocky Glen and Magic Brochure. Gone a fair way from home is back at the tail.
Number 1 Brew, 8.20 and 2.30. 6 Nazaro, 1.80. Number 4 the Warrior at $1.80.
1 Brew, 8.60, 2.70. 6 Nazaro to pay 1.90. 4 the Warrior, 1.60. Now, protest at Perth upheld the minor protest. New numbers there, 5, 10, 9. Race 3.
The
Brian?
field, Shane Arnold. The judge looking at the photo here pretty close here between Nazaro, the Warrior, Green Raider further out and back to the inside Omni Walk. It's 1 in a photo with Brew winding up and picking them up, turning for home. And he's come on for a good win. Very close.
And they're off this time. The stayer, Yippee-Yi-Oh, was a little slowly into stride, and Schumann bounced out in front of Sarek. Beauchamp commenced well. Stanzak nice and handy, then Al Mansour, followed by Brave Prince going up on the inside, a gap, Eyes to Spy, and then comes Lawyer Rumple, followed by Bel Quattro Spend, and last of all is Yippee-Yi-Oh to the course proper, 1100 left to travel, and Schumann almost joined by Sarek and Beauchamp wide third, Brave Prince fourth, Al Mansour's galloping fifth, and a length and a half to his stablemate Stanzak. Eyes to Spy next from Bel Quattro, Lawyer Rumple. Yippee-Yi-Oh has passed 1, and that is Spend. Around about 12 lengths covers the field in the Bill Ritchie at the 700, and Schumann making play. 3/4 of a length on Sarek. Al Mansour wider out third from the grey Brave Prince, and then comes Beauchamp. Bel Quattro improving around Stanzak and Eyes to Spy, and then Yippee-Yi-Oh, Lawyer. Rumple second last, and Spend is last as they turn the corner. And Schumann around the bend straightens up a half. Sarek wider out, and joining in quickly is Al Mansour. Brave Prince on the fence from Bel Quattro, Stanzak. Eyes to Spy looking for the gap, then Lawyer. Yippee-Yi-Oh's very wide out. Al Mansour and the rider going for him now. Al Mansour from Brave Prince, Stanzak into the clear. Bel Quattro, Sarek and Yippee-Yi-Oh. Al Mansour in front. Brave Prince is fighting back. Al Mansour still the leader. Brave Prince kicked and beat him. Reckon Brave Prince a nostril to Al Mansour and a tight finish. And then Stanzak followed home by Bel Quattro, Yippee-Yi-Oh, a beauty. And then Spend, Lawyer, followed home on the inside by Sarek. Another 2 lengths then came Eyes to Spy, a long margin Rumpled. And then on the inside, Beauchamp, and Schumann was last to complete the course.
On the Super Tab, number 9, Brave Prince to pay 35.50 and 7.90. 1 Al Mansour, 1.90. 8 Stanzak, 1.50.
Mansour. And the judge will have a look at the computer image to determine the result. Brave Prince coming at Al Mansour in the last 100 metres of the race. Stanzak and Bel Quattro and Yippee-Yi-Oh, a great run just behind those. And it was a head-bombing finish. From here, I thought that Brave Prince was able to get up and win, but Al Mansour has kicked right on the line. Brave Prince and Al Mansour. Number 9 is the winner. Number 9 is the winner. That is Brave Prince, ridden by Jamie Innes. Number 1 is second, Al Mansour, ridden by Brian York. And number 8, Stanzak, handled by Larry Cassidy in the third spot. The winner to pay $27 on the New South Wales win tote, $6.40 the place. Number 1's paid $2.30. Number 8 has returned $1.70. Officially fourth, number 10, Bel Quattro. The exotics, the Quinella $91, Exacta $118.30, the trifecta $803.20, and the 6 into 9 daily double today for Shogun Lodge and Brave Prince $149.20. The winning margin, Brave Prince got there by the barest a nose with 3/4 of a length between second and third. The overall time was 123.02, the first 600 in 36.16, the last 600 in 35.08. Brave Prince trained on the track by Sterling Smith for B. Kelly and Mrs. J.M. Sept by Ken Meyer from Bravery, a grey gelding, a 5-year-old.
Supporters of athletes with disabilities.
They're ready and they're off and running. And Pipe missed it about a length and a half. The other runners, Simply Success on the inside, and the Groom. Ultra Smug have begun fast, and further out is Alpha Amati. Settling down now, followed by Mighty Quinn. Pipe made ground up on the inside from Lord Quickstep. They're followed by Ferdinand and last of all Palisent. Around the first turn, Simply Success in front. Moved out 2 lengths to Ultra Smug up second. A length further back the Groom, and getting up on the inside of it now Pipe up to third. The Groom now fourth, a length and a half Alpha Amati, and there followed the inside Ferdinand. From Mighty Quinn, they've got away 2.5 Lord Quickstep, and 2 or 3 last of all down the is Palisent. At the 950 metre mark in the final event, Simply Success, a length and a half Ultra Smug, a length for the back Pipe third, 1.5 the Groom fourth, Alpha Amati 3 deep over on the inside, then Ferdinand. 1 further back in the race, Mighty Quinn, moving up on the outside of it, Lord Quickstep is about 6 lengths off them and 2 lengths to Palisent. Coming down towards the 650 metre mark, Simply Success, a neck in front from Ultra Smug, a length and a half Alpha Amati. Pipe is fourth the fence, and Lord Quickstep going around the outside of the grey Mighty Quinn. Then came Palisent, dropping out of it the Groom, and Ferdinand is well back. Ultra Smug got up on the outside of Simply Success, and they sprinted 2.5 Pipe before the turn from Mighty Quinn. Lord's Quickstep's got a big job to do from there as Ultra Smug has taken the lead on the turn, and he's dashed clear. Ultra Smug in the last, the top weight, set up a break 2 lengths to the grey. Mighty Quinn out after him. Then further back Simply Success, but it's Ultra Smug 2 in front. Mighty Quinn trying to peg him back. Ultra Smug 3/4 in front. Mighty Quinn with a late dive. Ultra Smug just in front. Ultra Smug ahead to Mighty Quinn. 4 away third, Simply Success. Then Palisent out deep from Alpha Amati Pipe. Further back Lord Quickstep never came on from Ferdinand, and the Groom is last of all.
Placings 145, Ultra Smug 430, 150, Mighty Quinn 140, and Simply Success at 310.
1 Ultra Smug 420, 170, 4 Mighty Quinn 150, 5 Simply Success 280.
He's missed about a long head. And third goes to 5 Simply Success, a distant third, numbers 1, 4, 5 and the last. Racing right on the pace, ridden by Michael Barlow, and he's just got in about a short head to a head over Mighty Quinn and Simply Success, 1, 4, 5 and the last, 1, 4, 5.
Open. There they dash in the last of the afternoon at Edward Bray from the inside, one of the smartest out. Big Milano and Bush Tack and Miss Danehill jump nicely. Melora's not far away, neither is Zarzabel. And Ask the Waiter, and then Count Scenario, Vitaman's Amigo. A length further back, South Bend over Hickey Picker, and then Zexabil. Mr. Prudent is third last, Enjoyment second last at Absolute is Pyramid Park. Out of the straight they travel, and Jimmy Cassidy takes Mush Tack to the front, about a neck or so on Zarzabel, travelling smoothly in the early stages today. In fact, she's going to run to the lead. Third is Miss Danehill, nicely posited on the inside of Big Milano. Vitaman is next wide out, but improving his position and is going around Melora and Edward Bray. Then Count Scenarios, Amigo, Ask the Waiter, South Bend, Zexabil, Enjoyment, Hickey Picker. Pyramid Park is second last, and the well-back Mr. Prudent is last of all, 15 lengths off the lead, which is now taken by Vitaman. So they've chopped and changed in front and down the back and going along towards the 1300. It's Vitaman showing the way from Mushtak, and a third posse Zarzabel on the inside. Fourth is Miss Danehill, about 2 lengths to Big Milano on the outside of Edward Bray, followed by Melora. Zamigo is next from Count Scenario, and a length to South Bend, and then comes at the head of the others Ask the Waiter as they run along the back section of the track. Off the track is Zexabil, Hickey Picker, Pyramid Park, Enjoyment, and 2 lengths to Mr. Prudent last of all. They work out of the back straight and race along past the 1,000 5,000 marker, and Vitaman is the leader. In the column, Stephen Vitaman by more than a length on Mushtak. Third is Zazabel locked away, and Miss Danehill being given every conceivable hope by Oliver. A further two, Big Milano and Edward Bray, followed by Malora. Then Count Scenarios, Amigo, a length, Zexabil asked the way to South Bend. Pyramid Park, Enjoyment, Hickey Pecker, and 2 lengths to Mr. Prudent. He'd be nearly 20 lengths off the lead, occupied by Vitaman. And 500 metres to go. Vitaman a length on Mushtak in close attendance. 2 to Zazabel, 3/4 to Miss Danehill, the Queensland Oaks winner. And then Edward Bray, followed by Big Milano. Let's look for Mr. Prudent. He's still last. They straighten up now. Vitaman taken on by Mushtak, a length, Miss Danehill, Zazabel, and then Edward Bray and a good gap, Malora. Vitaman giving plenty of cheek. And down to the 150, Vitaman from Mushtak, Miss Danehill and Edward Bray is coming home doggedly. Vitaman the leader from Miss Danehill and Edward Bray, and Vitaman will win the money. It's Vitaman from a tight finish, Miss Danehill or Edward Bray. And then came Mushtak with South Bend. Mr. Prudent rattled home when it was all over. From Malora, then Zazabel. Zexabil asked the way to Big Milano, Pyramid Park, Count Scenario, Enjoyment. They're still coming. The last two, Amigo and Hickey Pecker.
Number 2, Vitaman, $35.30 and $8.50. Photo the miners.
Number 2, Vitaman, ridden by Brian York, has paid a big dividend of $32 upwards for the win and $7.70 for the place. It'll be $32 neat exactly and $7.70, and a very close finish for second and third. The winner, trained by Morris Campbell on the Gold Coast, former top-class New Zealand rider. And he's been training for many years now. Puts the polish on this Obnicore gelding for Mrs. K.A. Dell and Mr. M.L. Thompson by Omnicore from Raven Avon, a black gelding, a 6-year-old, 40 starts, 10 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, and in the saddle, Brian York. Number 7 is second. That is Miss Danehill, Damien Oliver, to pay $2.60. And number 11, third, Edward Bray, Gary Matthews, has paid $6.10. The Quinella, $105. The Exacta, $298.30. The Trifecta has paid $5,955.90. The Superfecta numbers will be coming up shortly. And here they are, 5, 6 and 1 for 4th, 5th and 6th. So the Super, 2, 7, 11, 5, 6 and 1. And if anybody's got the Superfecta, they'll take home Randwick Racecourse. 3/4 of a length, the winning margin. A nose between second and third. They've gone 232.35, 232.35.
Down, race 5.